Hello, welcome to the Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Itma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 184.
Awesome.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. I need to start a new square.
Yeah, I saw that you'd gotten into the sock blanket madness.
Well, in theory, it was going to be this awesome idea, but I ended up not doing as much as I wanted to on it because I wanted to finish a sweater first, and then there's just other things. Like, this doesn't travel. I mean, I guess it could. It's not huge right now. Mm-hmm. It's like a big scarf, but it's got all these dangly bits, and it just makes me feel like a crazy lady. So, I'd rather have that crazy stay at home.
Yeah. There's a lot to react to in what you just said. Mm-hmm. Dangly bits make you feel crazy.
Sure do.
You'd rather have your craziness at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree. I don't think you should air your dangly bits out in public.
No. True.
So, are you going to explain it? I guess you can talk about it when you're talking about works in progress. Anything else going on with you?
My children are abandoning me for Grandma World.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, tomorrow morning they're headed to Grandma's. So I might get to go to a movie, maybe out to dinner. And tomorrow's my company picnic. So, there's going to be very little work done tomorrow. It's going to be awesome.
He's in vacation mode.
At least for tomorrow. The problem is where I'm addicted to my workouts. And I'm a little sad because today they had a nutrition seminar instead of my workout over lunch, which was very helpful, but I had heard a lot of the information before. And so, they had me intrigued. I almost wanted to sign up for Paleo Zone. Tell me to stop and halt and do not do. But so there was a couple people talking about the Zone diet and how they were going to transition into Paleo Zone. So doing the same thing, trying not to spike your insulin levels and but also staying dairy and gluten and all sorts of other things free during that time. The main thing is sugar free. You don't want to have any sugar. But anyway, it was just interesting.
I want to have sugar. But yes, you shouldn't.
Right.
But you want to.
You
don't need it.
The main thing about nutrition in their thing was to avoid sugar, And the number one thing that you can do right now to help yourself is to stop drinking soda.
Yeah, I don't drink soda, but I do drink sugary, fatty coffee drinks. They're
right.
My one vice. Yeah.
Right. But you probably don't do that very often.
No, once a day.
Once a day? Okay, never mind. That's pretty often. But
it's my one vice.
It is your one vice. I agree. I have.
I don't drink alcohol that has a lot of sugar
yes.
in it. Yeah.
Yes. And that would be the second thing. So it's give away soda first and then beer second, and what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't want to live.
Yeah. If they tell you coffee next, I just shut it off. What is going? Well, speaking of being healthy, we've got a theme going here. I signed up for the Healthy Human Race.
Oh yeah.
More than several months ago, a long time ago, and it occurred to me last week, oh yeah, that half marathon I was gonna do is coming up. It's this weekend.
Whoops.
So to say that I'm underprepared is an understatement. That's two unders there. Really gonna try to treat it like a supported training run, basically. There'll be crowds cheering, so that'll help me, and then water support and whatever. Just the weather is going to be nice. Last weekend I was going to try to get, I think I can do 8 miles. I'm pretty sure that I could do 8 of that 13, but I think the last 5 are going to be a struggle. There's probably going to be some walking because I haven't ran 13 miles in a very long time. Yeah, it's just comical to me because I was maybe it's not next weekend.
Is it Saturday morning?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the temperature's supposed to be. It's been cool, and I've been getting up in the morning and running in the coolness, which is nice, which I didn't have that opportunity this past weekend because it was very muggy and warm and whatever. So the long runs that I tried to go on were also heat sauna runs, which weren't good. But yeah, So if you've got any like spare like Go Megan vibes that you can send me on Saturday morning. I'm going to be running a half marathon that I am so not prepared for.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I signed up to be my daughter's assistant soccer coach.
Mm.
So I have a training day on Saturday.
Cool.
For what I need to do. And I thought about trying to get out of it, and somebody did find a sub for me for getting our equipment.
Mm.
But then, I don't know. I need to talk to people and see if I should. I want to go, but the kids are down in Iowa and we need to come get them at some point. And so would it be better for us to like get away for the weekend or do like a marathon day of like go get the kids,
A half marathon day.
Yeah. Where you're just like, we drove down here, hey, let's have a meal of some sort and then go home.
So it would be a full, not even a half. You'd be down there and back.
Yeah, or we could leave late Saturday, I guess, after all of that other stuff was done. But yeah. So I there is a backup in place if I need to use it. So it's just a matter of deciding, what's more important. But this is my first time coaching, so I feel like, I should probably attend the seminar, get the information so that I don't feel like I'm, I don't know, a slacker, yeah.
Slacker coach.
Yeah. But I guess signing up is beyond what I have done in the past, so.
You made the commitment.
Assistant soccer coach mom. I figure we're usually there for every game anyway, and I sit at the practices just for the hay of it. And
knitting time.
Why not coach? So less knitting time, but should be nice quality fun time.
I think that you will not regret it.
Yeah.
All right, we have some administrati. We need to announce all the things. Decisions
Buckle in.
have been made. Yeah. If you're not interested in any of the administrati, look at the timestamp that I always diligently put and go look at the FOs and skip this part. So we're having a Nasty Cow, if you have not heard. And we now have a Nasty sponsor. So You So and So has beautiful bags. I will post a picture of the bag that she'll be shipping to one of our winners that we draw at the end for the knit along. So go out and post your finished objects in the finished object thread. But she also has a coupon code, so 10% off with Zombie10 at You So and So. I will linky-loo it, and that's good until the end of September. So go check out her bag. She's got some really cute fabrics and some fun styles. So really appreciate that she offered up a sponsorship. So it's always good to have prizes at the end of those KALs to entice folks to get those FOs posted.
Yes.
Ding ding. That announcement was made. I have the a coupon code. I finally, and thank you for bearing with me, and I'm so sorry if you were waiting for the top-down version of the Spacious OMG heel, but I finally published that pattern. I had knit it several times. Folks had knit it. I had written it up. I wanted to do it one last time, and you'll see in my works in progress, I did it one last time on a different size, my size heel instead of my husband's, instead of my kids. So the Spacious OMG is out there, and I'm offering to entice folks that may want to try it or may already have some of my patterns that have the toe up instead of the top down. Pattern 50% off with the code Spacious OMG until August 24th, which is Monday. So that is running out, but I posted it out on social media as well. So yeah, that's just a vanilla, twice as many rows in the heel flap or the mock heel flap if you're doing toe up. Cuff down, it's a real heel flap and a mini gusset there. So go check it out if you're interested and get that 50% off because the time is running out. Ding ding.
Yay, more things.
More things crossed off. All right, next up, birthday kits. We're doing birthday kits like we do. We've been known to do anyway.
Yes. We do enjoy this. It just seemed like it took a little bit more
getting her done.
Yeah, a little bit more cranking to get this done.
Yeah, so it's going to be our 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this for 4 years, and that doesn't seem like a lot until I look at my son, who was 6 months when we started podcasting, and he is now 4 years old, potty trained, speaking in full sentences, and it was like, when you look at 4 years in the development of a child, that's like mind blown. Anyway, may have already said that on the podcast, but like I do like look at him and be like, that's how long I've been podcasting. As much as he is.
Baby.
He is. Or SZ baby.
SZ baby.
When he stands there sometimes he's like, Mom, look at how much I've grown today. Yes, Quentin. You've grown a lot. You've grown a lot. Anyway, birthday kits. This year they are going to be $45 and $5 of shipping for domestic and $25 for international, and then we refund whatever we don't. That's just to cover whatever international shipping might possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
So then we refund you whatever it is underneath that. And that's worked out well in the past.
Yeah, it just makes it simple for when you're ordering. You get charged up front, and then the refund will happen once it's shipped.
Yep. Super excited about them. There's going to be a bag. There's going to be yarn, as there always is, surprise goodies, surprise logo goodies, and then Amy and I write up a pattern. Mm-hmm. Just to put a little pressure on ourselves there. Yeah. Those ship out. This is a pre-order, so those ship out in October in celebration. We always do a giveaway, and then often do drawings for the folks that do get them. We do 100 of them, not because that is, that should allow everybody to get one, but just because that's what we want to kind of cap it and keep it at a reasonable number. If you infinitely let people sign up for things, sometimes that takes the joy out of it for the folks that are dyeing up all of that yarn, sewing up all of those bags. So 100 seems like a good number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's worked out really well. I mean, they do seem to get scooped up right away, but not like 5 minutes right away. Mm-hmm. So,
yep.
Yeah, it's good. We know that people appreciate it. I believe that this year it's like a $79 value.
Yep, we do, because that's how we roll in MSRP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, MSRP on these
is the spreadsheet column, and then we see what it's actually going to cost, and we give it to you at pretty close to that, because it's a fun little thing that we do. So sign-ups, those pre-order sign-ups, and that's pay upon sign-up, is on Thursday, September 10th. So it's coming up. Mark your calendars, 8 a.m., as close to 8 a.m. as I can possibly get to hitting publish, and again, 100 kits. So if you're excited about joining in on that fun, come and join us.
Yes. So birthday kits, Thursday, 9:10, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Ding ding. That announcement has been made.
Yes. There's only a couple more.
2 more. ZK vendor signups. We are accepting vendor signups until October 1st. All of the details are in the post out on zombieknitpocalypse.com, which is our the location for all of our Zombie Knitpocalypse communications. So all announcements are made there. If you're interested in seeing announcements, you can go out, and there's a little subscribe by email, and you will get notified when new posts go up. So anything that is posted there will end up in your inbox and remind you. So, but the vendor signups are available until October 1st. If you are interested, or you have a favorite local vendor that you think would be an awesome addition to our market, encourage them to apply. So, yeah. Ding ding. All right. Last, but certainly not least, I was thinking there was a deadline, but I already said it, October 1st.
Yep. Okay.
Pertinent information done there. Okay. ZK.
ZK
2016.
Yes. Sign-ups.
We are at the DoubleTree. You already saw the save the date, June 1st through June the 5th.
Well, 4th is the conclusion of everything, and
we have the closing ceremony.
Yeah.
And,
The 5th is just
Goodbye
wake up,
say goodbye,
hang
out in it until you have to leave for your flights and stuff.
Travel. Nothing officially done on that day. Just a good travel day.
Yep. We have, as we said, we're at the DoubleTree this year. Sign-ups are going to be Friday, September 25th at 8 a.m. Central Time. There's a hard limit of 200 folks signing up on that for this year. Last year we kind of did the open-ended, everybody that signed up on the weekend, and we kind of blew past the number that we were hoping for, and so there's going to be a hard cap this year. First come, first serve. Could be out there for days and weeks, or it could be scooped up in a matter of hours. Again, I don't think it's going to be a 5-minute thing. No. But no, we can't guarantee that it's going to be out there for days and days and days either. So just be aware. Mark down September 25th, 8 a.m. or as close to I can get it to 8 a.m. $115 this year. The cancellation policy has changed just a little bit. Last year there was only a refund if you did it before the end of the year. This year, if you do it before the end of 2015, you get a $60 refund. And if you do it before April 30th, there's a $25 refund. So that's the month before, basically May 1st is the month before June. You can get $25 back because we know life happens. Mm-hmm. The DoubleTree room rates are $139 a night. That's our group rate. And the Hilton Garden Inn, which is associated with them, which we just Google mapped, was 400 feet away across Broadway. Their room rate is $125 a night. So yes. On sign-ups, we will have links that you go out and make your own room reservations for the number of nights. If you intend to come in on Wednesday, then you make your reservations till when you're going to leave. If you're going to come in on Tuesday, yep, it's a choose your own adventure type retreat in many ways, including the hotel. Both of the hotels are fantastic. Amy and I went through the rooms, enjoyed them, enjoyed the staff. Super excited about our new locale this year.
Yes. And then I also wanted to say that the Hilton Garden Inn and the DoubleTree, while 400 paces across the street, are also connected via the Skyway, so that if it's raining and you need to get back to your hotel, there will not be a problem. You can walk inside as well as outside.
And any returning retreat members, that the DoubleTree is where the Pescara is in the actual hotel, and so they have Starbucks like 10 feet away from our ballrooms.
Yeah. It's very close. It's dangerously close.
All of our classrooms are going to be centrally located, which I absolutely am excited about. But yes, all of these details will be going up on zombieknitpocalypse.com, including the sign-up date, which is, did you already mark it down? Friday, September 25th at 8 a.m. And yeah, we're super excited.
Yeah.
Again, feel very bad about the folks that have stuff going on, but this is the weekend that we could get it at a new locale, because they have lots of weddings going on there, which I think again bodes well for our Yarny wedding.
Yes,
that other people want to have their real life nuptials there.
And go out to their website. It looks pretty modern, and
there's cookies.
Yeah. The cookies are for people who are staying at the DoubleTree, but
but yes,
they have cookies.
They do fantastic cookies, very, very good cookies. So yes, yay! All of the things we announced, all of the things, and now I can do like a hand wave, and you folks can come back now. But we're uninterested in all of the announcements. Just give me the knitting.
All right.
Yes. You have a finished object over there.
I do. It's inside out right at the moment. What? I left my tags on, as it were, so the collar still has some stuff. But I think that was mainly because the collar was doing some flippy business, and I wanted to try a different couple blockings in order to see if I needed to redo the collar.
Flippy bits?
Yeah. Like, if you're wearing it, you want to kind of pull it like this, but then throughout the day, it kind of like starts folding. And so after I blocked it, it did it less, but I think I need to just do a better blocking and see if that helps. Because I think I don't know, the first blocking really helped, so we'll see what a second blocking will do. If I need to do anything else.
It is
more
the
drastic.
second story tee, so a second blocking might bring you that second story.
Yes, it could. It was a very basic pattern, and it was, knit the front, knit the back, sew it up, and then add the little sleeve, do the collar, and you're done.
Yeah, it's kind of a wide collar.
Yeah, and it's oversized. So I knit a 42, and I think according to Amy Hersog measurements, I'm a 38. I usually knit a 36. So I don't know if I just understand my gauge or if I like things tighter, but I very rarely knit a 38 unless I really want some ease in it. And this one I knit a 42, so it has got a lot of ease.
Yeah, it looks really nice on you in your Instagram photo.
Yeah, and yeah.
Not that other things don't look really nice on you. I felt that emphasis there, and I was like, no. Just saying, it did look, that ease, that styling looked very nice.
Yeah, and I haven't really worn it anywhere yet, just at home for pictures. And I was planning on wearing it yesterday because we were going to record, but that didn't happen. So now I'm going to wear the green shirt with the cute little stitches on it. And this will probably get worn, not tomorrow, I don't want to sweat in it. We're going to be outside doing things with barbecue and might get sauce on it or something. So for that, we'll just wear a t-shirt.
Yeah, you don't want to get saucy.
No, definitely don't.
What was the yarn again? Misty Alpaca?
Yes, it was the Misty Alpaca Pima Cotton Silk.
And did you use all of your skeins?
I did. The cat dumped an entire glass of water into my knitting bag. So there are many things missing from life right now, and my extras for this sweater were in there waiting to show you all, but it was about that much left, so it wasn't a lot. I was a little worried. If the collar was any bigger, I would have worried more. Because this wasn't a very dense ball. And it was touch or go. But that was only 3 balls of that yarn, and I got it on clearance at RLYS, so it was very reasonable.
A reasonable garment.
Yes, very reasonable garment. I believe I paid like $11 a skein. Yeah, $33 garment. Awesome.
Yes, for sure. Where did your knit stitch top come from?
Oh, this is the limited. It's available now. I think they're having, I think for a week or something, they're having a buy one get one free tops sale. Now, I didn't buy it during that sale, but I basically got it for buy one get one free.
Cool.
Just on the different sales that they had going on. But I like it. It's cute. I actually lucked out. Almost everything I ordered, because it was all online, was a good fit, and I didn't regret. It was all like, oh yeah, that was decent.
I always struggle with, and again, this is neither here nor there. You guys are probably like, get back to the knitting. I always regret, I always have that, is it good enough? Because I really don't want to have to deal with the whole, process of returning. There's that overhead there. It almost convinces you to keep almost anything because out of just sheer laziness.
I will say that this came with, so it was bag shipped, so it wasn't a box. It was just a bag, and the clothing slipped out, and there was this nice envelope, and you pull it out, and there was return stickers. So I don't know how they managed payment for that, if it was free, or if when you returned it, you got less of a refund because you used their convenience shipping. I think it's one of those. If you use their convenience shipping, you pay a flat $6 rate, and it comes off of what you're getting returned.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're returning a $35 top, you're only getting $29 back. But it was there. Sticker form, you peel it off and put it right back on that bag, seal it, gone, you know.
Yep.
Which is good.
Yeah. No, I had something from Title IX. My mom had given me a gift card for my birthday, and I got that skirt with benefits that I wore at the, that's what they call it, skirt with benefits, that I wore at the 5K that had it's like a skirt. And there was something else that I had gotten that just didn't fit quite right, and I returned it. And yeah, it was like astronomical. I think it was like $9 for the auto mailer back that got discounted or from what I got returned on that order. Yeah, and maybe that was like the shipping and restocking fee or something. But yeah, I was like, I need to better investigate what these return policies actually are. When they make it so convenient, you kind of start feeling like it's just embedded in with the price, but that's not always the case.
Yeah, the thing you were talking about, athletic stuff that you ordered online, I order from Athleta every once in a while, and we actually do have one of those in the Mall of America. But I think it's odd that they have a try it policy. And so, like, everything they say, give it a workout. So they allow you to work out in the clothes before you decide whether or not it has a weird feeling or if you don't like it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. So pro tip, if you have trouble finding clothes that you find comfortable in a workout, like you buy them, you love them, they look wonderful, and then you go work out in them and you go, oh, it was sticking to me the whole time and I hated it. Athleta is a great place to try because I haven't had any duds yet, and they have that policy that you can work out in it and still return it.
Makes me feel like they might have a pretty good like section where you could go buy clothes that had been previously like a clearance section. What are those called? Like there's a term for it.
Yeah, where the return stuff is.
Yep.
The thing that, I don't know. I will say that I don't get very many like super duper coupons from them or anything, so their prices are pretty much their prices. You might get an occasional 20% off or a 20% off sale items, you know.
Yeah, no, that was why it was such a great present from my mom, because she knew that I would never spend that kind of money on athletic. You know, generally I buy stuff at Target.
Because it's convenient.
And it's cheap, and then when I don't, when it gets icky and whatever, then I just go buy something else, right? So it, not disposable, but definitely not something that I feel bad about if it gets, gross when I'm out running and gets a stain or whatever. So neither here nor there. Really love my skirt with benefits that I got, and some of the other things that I've gotten as well. I've been eyeballing some of their coats. Like it seems like, well, you'd pay a pretty penny for it, but hopefully it lasts a really long time. Their stuff seems to last a long time. Anyway, I finished the bottom half of the Hito Fude. This is I'm calling it a rescued, but it also could be like I was a surrogate knitter for the bottom half of this Hito Fude for Miss Carla. I made it as long as I dared to, and I was telling Amy before we recorded that I feel like maybe this is maybe not the Katahdin base, or maybe I didn't have the Katahdin. I mean, I swear mine was the Katahdin, but this one seems like maybe it had a little nylon in it, which is a sister base to the Katahdin, because it grew quite a bit more than the one that I just made out of Katahdin. So it's very long. When I have it on, which I'm not the Target bust size for this, it's a little bigger than mine would normally be. It's about knee length. Which is a fairly long one, so hopefully it makes Miss Carla happy. But absolutely love how it washes up. I've had a few people ask me about whether or not I block the sleeves before I 3-needle bind off to create the shrug. I do not, nor do I very aggressively block the actual garment at the end. I will put both of my hands in the sleeves and kind of do some stretching. I put it on and kind of give it a little shoulder stretch, and then when I lay it out, if I want, like in this case, I wanted it to be long, I'll stretch it out. But I've never pinned them. I've only ever laid them out. And that's kind of my blocking strategy in general. If this were too small, or Carla didn't like the length, you know, she could wash it and really stretch it and pin it out, and get a lot more out of it, because this lace really does grow quite a bit. But yep, so I finished the lower half, and this is going to go back to Illinois from whence it came.
Cool.
Yes, it's very, I don't know if you guys will be able to see any of these colors very reliably, but it's a very cool, like purpley, bluey, almost blue jeany, different layers of blue jean, you know, like the acid wash and then the really light wash. I really like it. It's super pretty. And that is my one. Oh, I was going to show how much of the yarn was left. Quite a bit. I have the needle stuck in it, but she was pulling from the outside, which is smart with lighter weight yarns to pull from the outside. So, got quite a bit of yarn left, even for all of that the extra repeats that I put in there. So
cool.
Yeah, that's the longest one that I've made. I think I ended up with 130 rows in the bottom half. So,
all right.
Yep. Finished objects.
Yeah, you must have needed a Hitafude break. Had a lot of other stuff going on there.
Yeah, I definitely feel, I'm starting to feel like I've been knitting the same things over and over again. Like it's starting to really be like
dawning on you.
I mean, just like hitting me, right? Like I really love knitting on the Hitafude, and I really love the Vacillate, but it seems like I've been, oh, that's right, I have been knitting on nothing but that.
Like it was a never-ending one project.
Yep.
Even though you finished so many.
And like, you know, the thought process of like, am I really gonna post? I mean, is anybody gonna notice on Instagram that this is even a different Hitafude? Like, do they think I'm just posting the same picture of the same Hitafude over and over again?
I don't think they think that.
I know that they don't think that, but it's just, so yeah, I've got a couple more months of those. I've been working a little bit on the white one, but yeah. Go ahead and talk about your works in progress. I feel like I've been jibber-jabbering here.
We have Sock Blankie Madness was a hashtag that was, or Sock Blanket Madness, not Blankie. Hashtag on Instagram that I posted a couple times. There were rules, and I don't know if there's any sort of thing that I'm having a contest for. I just happened to look and go, oh, that sounds like a fun challenge, and I don't know what the real impetus behind it was.
Yeah.
But we have, you take a picture of your start point, like how many squares you got, and then you work on your blanket for a week diligently. Well, I finished a sweater, and I worked on some brioche, and like I said, I didn't feel like this traveled well because of all the stringy bits hanging off of it. I felt like a crazy person. But I started with half of this one done, and I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half. Yes,
sorry.
yeah, 8 and a half squares. But you know, I had 2 full days of a weekend, and Monday and Tuesday to get those squares. And yeah, I should be at like 20 or 40. I mean, like, there's people out there who are really adding to their blankie during this week-long challenge. But awesome idea, and it gets you to bring it back out again if you've stuffed it in a closet somewhere and you're like, oh yeah, I have one of those, and you just bring it out and add to it.
That's the most action yours has seen in a while, right?
Yes, okay. It really has. Because I got through the initial thing, and then I started doing semi-solids in this top, you know, the current top row here, and I don't know, I just, after a bit of it, I just stopped and focused on other things. It was fun to get it started. And I think like most people who start a sock yarn blankie, it's going to be, a nice bring it out when I get some more scraps and add to it. And I started with a bag of scraps from different swaps and things, and I had, multiple years of knitting, allowed myself to have scraps. So I will be continuing to pull from this bag of minis and scraps that I had, and then I still have more other places. I just happened to grab this as my starting point, and then I don't know what else. I got those minis from another crafty girl, so I might have a whole row of those just for the heck of it.
This is Chaz's preferred petting position. Upside down and with his head right here. And generally he sticks his legs straight out as I'm doing it. I thought maybe he would perform for you all, but he doesn't. He has been like all about, this is probably the 5th time I've done this today. And then he gets tired of it and he wants down.
Oh, okay.
Like he's like, why are you holding me like a baby and rubbing my head?
Even though right now he's all about it.
Oh yeah. He's like, the hand is like up there telling me to do it some more.
So another thing, I have about 3 more inches to do on sock 1 for Lucy's socks. She tried them on again, so they're looking really good. I tried them on, they're getting a little tight, so they don't quite go around my heel. Now they fit my foot, so they are bigger than I thought they would be, but they're not something I could borrow. So hopefully they last for a long time. That's what I meant to say about that.
You're not shooting for a mommy-daughter share sock.
No. Shooting for hopefully they fit the 7-year-old when she is 8, 9, maybe even 10. That would be awesome. But if we could keep a pair around that long, a pair of anything, that's questionable. Then I started this brioche cowl, and I finally got the first repeat done, and I'm into the second repeat. And I think on Instagram I said 2 rows, and I meant 2 more repeats.
Got it. I was like, yeah, that's going to be a really thin. That's what I was thinking as you were holding up the thing on Instagram. She said a few more rows. It's going to be very thin.
Repeats.
That R word.
Yes. But that's okay. It's been going pretty fast, and I do enjoy knitting on it.
Very pretty.
So I will continue to enjoy that.
Give it a lean forward, man.
Oh, yes.
For the viewers. For the viewers at home.
Try to not pop a button on my shirt.
Super pretty.
Yeah. So brioche. It might go into the the gift pile as well. I'm not sure.
I would start like a super special person gift pile for that.
Okay. Super special person gift pile. Got it.
Don't you have like, they're knit-worthy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Don't give that to a not so knit-worthy person.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fabulous. Fabulous.
Yes, it's very squishy. And if I told them that they had to pay me the cost of the yarn, and then I told them how much that would, they might fall over. So, yeah. Definitely needs to be knit-worthy. But that's all I had for things that I made good progress on. So,
while we were talking about that, it made me think of, at the end of, have you been watching Lip Sync Battle?
No, not. I need to catch up because I saw what the next one's gonna be, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go.
But at the end, he says, knock him out of the box, knock him out, or something like that, and it made me think of you. Anyway. That would have been so much better if I could have actually remembered the words that he said.
Yes, I'm trying to work on things to complete and try not to get. I mean, I got that cast-on-itis there for a while, but I'll start finishing things up now. I think it's going to be good.
Yes. I've got the super luxurious MCS Vacillate. This is getting very long. I've got, at the end of my projects untangle you. I like to, because I pull from the center generally, they get to be like these hollowed out little shells. And then I think they give you like false hope that there's actually more yarn than there actually is, because it looks like a big old cake. So I balled it up and I weighed it, and I'm going to see if I can get another full repeat after I finish this repeat done. There was 30 grams left in the green and 25 left in the blue, which is like a third to a fourth of the skein. So you'd think I'd be able to get another repeat in. Currently I think I'm at, well, here, let's do counting again. Super educational, this episode. So that's the second full blue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then, if I could get another 8, which I think is what the pattern is written for, but I have less, or I thought I had less. Maybe the skein was super generous. Jeanette, she is super generous. And that's just flying along. It's super luxurious, super love it. It's gonna stretch and be a very nice size shawl, and I don't know if the colors are gonna, my camera cannot grok these colors. Like, it is like, what are you putting in front of me? So I'm not hopeful that the video camera will be able to grok these colors, but it's a very nice like lime and a very nice aqua. It's refreshing and what was the green? I can't remember. Refreshing and lettuce. Refreshing lettuce. Mix up this one. As I mentioned earlier, I have a Spacious OMG heeled sock. It is just a plain vanilla, which I never mind on the first sock, but the second sock it will probably drive me insane. This is out of 716 sock in the, I feel a dumb blonde, sorry Jess, dumb blonde moment coming on. This is a very tall sock for me. Generally I don't do this tall of a sock. The Spacious OMG is very spacious. And you had mentioned, not on air, but I think while we were talking last week, that you were trying to get outdoors more often, kind of like that last bits of summer, seize the day, summer day type thing. And so we've been going on what Quentin calls adventure walks every night. Are we going to go on an adventure walk, Mom? Sure, let's go on an adventure walk. And this is primarily, other than the turning of the heel, which I didn't feel was very good adventure walk knitting, has all been on our adventure walks in the past week.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been practicing walking and knitting at the same time. I'm getting pretty good at it as far as not having to look, and plain stockinette. It's pretty good for that, and super loving the way that the color way is knitting up. There's slip stitch on the back of that Spacious OMG, and yep, we'll see how insane. Isn't he such a good cat? Like, to just sit there. One time he got a bug up his butt to grab the yarn and try to run away with it, and then he's never done it ever since. He didn't start out with having yarn in the house. See, he's just the most mellow cat. Anyway, we're good buds this week. Next week, maybe not so much.
Okay.
This week, we're good buds. Good buds. And so then, as I mentioned, I have Sally's Hitofude that I've put a few repeats into. Not gonna lie, not a huge fan of knitting with white. I really enjoy the colors when I'm knitting it. That said, like, I enjoy the contrast. So like, you put it against something and you're like, ooh, look at that lace. Ooh, it looks a little different with that. Oh, I like that too. So like, I guess I don't enjoy like the actual, like the yarn doesn't change colors, right? It's just a very, but it's classy and, ooh, see, chest, it's very fancy. But I do enjoy holding it up to things, and the finish, I guess the process isn't as enjoyable with white. I've never knit with white before, so I didn't know this about myself. But I do enjoy the finished object in white. Very classy, very Sally. So I got 2, 4, 5 repeats of that done. He's just sitting here moaning.
Yeah. Needle sticking in his head.
He doesn't care. Yeah. Jazzy don't care. Did I tell you that Carla and Mel, the folks, my cat lover friends, were like, we didn't even know you had a cat for the first couple of years. Now Chaz is just out of the woodwork. Every episode, he's up in there. Yeah, he's giving Max a run for his money. Did you hear that, Max? Did you hear it? Max. Max. No. Honey Badger don't care.
Stuck land. Stuck to the butt.
The only little bit of enabling that I had, I think that's all my finished objects. Hopefully I'll have a design or two to show off next week, because I'm really feeling like okay, put the needles down, step away from the deja vu, do something else. Wonderful Miss Barb picked out this fabric because it said Zombie Apocalypse on it, and sent Rainstorm Studios, who has these cool little see-through section, sent it to her and requested a bag, and they collaborated and surprised me to thank you for her Hitofude, which was completely unnecessary because it was a prize for ZK, and I did it because I wanted to do it, not because I was expecting a thank you. So super love it. It's a nice size bag, very big, has fun. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, remember these important facts. Zombies are attracted by loud noises and lights. Zombies can't climb trees. Zombies can smell fear. Zombies can't read. It's a very funny sign. But yeah, looking forward to using that. So thank you to Barb, and thank you to Rainstorm Studios for collaborating on that surprise. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't have anything else.
Look at you.
I don't think so.
How very virtuous of you. I thought you said there was some carts that may be purchased.
Oh, no, not been purchased yet. Did I talk about the don't know. Did I talk about the famous CrossFitter person?
Yes. Okay. Well, you said you were going to meet them.
Oh, okay. They came. They saw. They conquered.
You got your picture taken with them?
Yes. So the thing that I thought was interesting, and I thought I would share with everybody, and it's a decent parting thought. If not, you can turn it off. It's not that big of a deal. It's about wellness.
Deep thoughts.
So, if you're on medications and you're dealing with sickness that your doctor is, asking you to get more exercise, get more activity, work yourself to wellness. The thing that I thought was very interesting for a motivator to get you into the gym, workout, get the shoes on, go for a run, was that you're filling up your tank. Like if you're in sickness, you're kind of on empty. You're filling up your tank, and you're feeling well is right at 50-50. It's right at the top of the swing. But you want to go to full. You want to go to fit. So you have sickness on one end and fit on the other. And fit, that's a world athlete. There's a great majority of us that will probably never get to fit. But the further away from sickness you are, if something catastrophic happens in your life and you cannot get to the gym, or you can't eat as healthy as you want because healthy foods are expensive, or whatever it is that kind of sets you back on that spectrum heading towards, every day that you put on those shoes or you get out to that gym is working yourself towards fit and is getting that needle closer to fit. Yeah. And away from sickness. Yeah. And
give yourself a little bit of fitness buffer.
Yes, it's giving you a buffer so that if something happens and you can't get back to it, you have a lot of time to snap out of it and get motivated and get back into your program. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was invaluable. And I'm sure a lot of people have thought of that before, but it bears repeating.
Yeah, a new perspective on.
Yes, and he used his own mother as an example, and it was a very neat story. Something about her not being able to interact with her grandchildren as she wanted to, and mm-hmm. And said, okay, son of mine that's all super fitness, get me healthy.
Mhm.
And so he worked with her, and he said that after 2 years, he took her from one side of wellness, closer to the sick end, to the other side of wellness. So at 1 year, she went to well, and at 2, she went into the well to fit range.
Mhm.
And he said that he's super proud of her, and I guess she got to dump, a couple of her medications because of it. So her doctor said she's doing well, and she doesn't need, I think it was cholesterol medicine or something like that. Just a medication that, since she flipped her wellness, she didn't need it anymore.
Mhm.
And she's feeling fit, she's feeling strong, she can do a lot of great things, and is keeping up with those grandchildren, and so, yeah.
Yep.
So
As
I
always,
think it's a
seek
good
medical advice before starting
Oh, yeah.
a new fitness regime, but
I am just, I think it's awesome, even if it's just walking, just
Yep.
get out and walk.
yeah,
Do something,
we've been doing a lot of walking.
just do something that gets you from that one side to the other.
Go on an adventure.
Yeah, go on an adventure walk, yeah. Let's prescribe that, because
Yes.
that's easy enough.
Yes, and it's super fun. I love that he has a term for it, and that we find something new every time, and yep. So,
Go on an adventure.
yes.
Bye.
Bye, Ufta.